I'm speaking to you now from the Betsy Ann Candy Company, and we're talking with Betsy Ann Helsel, who is the owner of this business, and we're in what room?
This is an enrobing room where we bring all our buttercreams in here, and we put them on this first belt. Then it goes through this here chocolate here, and it puts a bottom on the buttercreams, and it's brought out here, and this is air conditioned.
I noticed there seems to be, it's quite cold, so this solidifies the chocolate on the bottom.
Yeah, that's right.
I had often wondered as I seen these chocolates just how you did get them covered. This is the machine.
Yeah, this is the machine. It used to be all done by hand, but it takes about 2 years to learn to chocolate dip, and it's just almost impossible to get experienced people anymore.
So you do it like this. Well, it comes along, and by the time it gets to here, the bottom is hard enough, cold, yes, and it goes into here.
And that coats the whole buttercream, and then it comes out on the other side where a girl puts on the identification of what flavor or what it is.
Well, I notice, are there 2 or 3 curtains of this chocolate
There's
here?
2.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, there's 2. And then the chocolate comes up from the bottom, which puts an extra bottom on the buttercream, or whatever you're coating.
That puts an extra thickness on
that's
the bottom
right.
that way. And you can coat any candy.
Almost all of it. All the buttercreams and turtles and that chips and that type of candy.
Do you do any hand
Oh yes, we
dipping at all?
still have some hand dipping.
And I believe you told me that's on back in the back.
Yes.
Here.
Would you like to come back and see it?
Why don't we go back and see what you're doing there?
Now this is Lillian, and she's dipping in dark chocolate, and that tank there is heated with electric. It has to be a certain temperature all the time, and it's taken out on a marble slab and beat until it's a certain temperature. Then she dips her centers in it and puts a cord of identification on the top.
What is the difference between machine dipping and, I mean, is there any necessity for what she's doing, a problem here?
Yes, there's a lot of things that can't be done by machine that you still have to dip by hand. Mm-hmm. And it's very hard to get people that do this type of work anymore because they just don't teach it.
Now we're getting over to the light.
Well, this girl, this is Mary, and she's dipping a marshmallow with pecans on the top, and she also has a heated tank there, and the candy has to be the chocolate has to be taken out on the marble and beat till it's a certain temperature before she's allowed to dip with it.
Well, you were saying that they don't train anybody. You have apprentices then?
Well, it costs so awful much to teach girls because it does take about 2 years to learn the trade. So we really try to get experienced people.
And we saw the machine, and is this the end of the machine over here?
Yes, now it comes through a refrigerator tunnel, and it comes out here, and these girls pack it off of the machine, they put it in cups, and weigh it. Then it's ready to go in our stock room to be shipped out.
That box holds about how much?
Every box weighs 5 pounds.
5 pound box. Are they boxed according to a specific type of candy?
Well, we have a certain type for each kind of candy, yes.
Well, now over behind us here in the corner, we have someone cutting, what is this?
Well, that is chocolate melt-away. We make it and pour it out on the table, then we cut it and break it up and put it through the enrober.
Mm-hmm. So this is going to be chocolate coated too?
Yeah, that's going to be chocolate coated melt-aways.
Well, we've been all the way through, and we saw them packing from the machine. Then in front of us here we have...
then this girl, she packs what the dippers dip. She packs them in boxes, 5 pound boxes, and weighs them and puts labels on, and then they're taken into our stock room.
How long does it take this chocolate in this hand dip process to harden enough to...
Well, it takes, probably about 10 or 15 minutes.
Now, she has another one here, and in
Well,
front of us.
This here is the dark, what the Lillian was dipping, and that is a coconut center. We call it coconut balls. And then this, we make our own marshmallow. We have our regular whippers, and then we make our own marshmallow and leave it set overnight, and then the next morning we cut it and bring it in here and dip it by hand.
About how many varieties of candy do you make here?
Well, we make about 107.
And that's a lot. You have all that on hand all the time,
Oh,
do you?
yes, indeed.
Well, thank you very much. That's all the time we have for candy making today. Let's see now where the magic carpet will take us next.